You know what you should do? You should follow me on Twitter at Bromo018. Link in the description. Do it now. Hello viewers, it is Bromo18 here as always, and today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're starting our E3 coverage on the channel for the year 2019. Last year was my first year doing it, and it got a lot of traction. It went down really well, so we will begin to do it yet again this year, and it starts off with a bang really, all thanks to EA, I guess. What they have announced over the previous weekend really, or I say announced, really they quietly did it as this article states, and I will leave a link to these articles in the description, is that they're actually scaling back their plans. Originally what they've always done for the last few years is they'll hold a press conference at E3. And for those of you who don't know, it's a massive convention that takes place in America, in Los Angeles, and you'll have all the big companies there, as you'll see here: Microsoft, Bethesda, Nintendo, usually PlayStation, but not this year. But we'll come on to that at a later video. And they'll release all their new announcements, their new games, etc. Perhaps new consoles if it's a Microsoft or a Nintendo, etc. EA are usually there, and they have a press conference, and they'll reveal all their new games, trailers, etc. Perhaps new features. But this year they've announced that it won't be at E3. They originally planned to have a full weekend of streams on the same weekend as E3, and as you can see here, that's June the 8th to the 9th for Saturday and the Sunday. But they've now been condensed down to just the Saturday. So read into that what you will. Is it because they've got less to announce, or is it just they're trying to rush it all out and get it all out as quickly as possible? We're not quite sure yet. We are going to find out in the coming weeks. But it means that FIFA 20, instead of being at E3 and it will have that press conference coverage, instead we'll get a stream. And I imagine it will be on Twitch or YouTube or both. The difference with this is that obviously they feel like they don't need E3 and the traction that gains and the coverage that has to release their games. So we're going to see how this one plays out. It does sort of change my videos for the future if we have a look here, because usually I have a whole range of videos covering the press conference itself, etc. But obviously there'll be no press conference. It'll be streams instead. So it's going to be a bit different, and we're going to see how that one goes. But yeah, it is a surprise to see this. If you have a look at the schedule here, you'll see that all the other companies on the whole, Microsoft, Bethesda, Ubisoft, Nintendo, they are all there. But E3, as well as PlayStation, as well as Sony, who have also announced that they're not going to be attending E3 at all, which is important for my PES 2020 videos, which we will come on to at a later date. They're also not going to be there either. EA will be there in terms of the event where people can play the game after, exhibitors and stuff, but they won't actually have the press conference there. So we are expecting something a little bit different, and what this means, I'm not quite sure yet. We're going to find out in the coming weeks. Obviously, we don't want to read too much into this because it can go very wrong. So we're going to see how this one goes. But it is a surprise to see that there won't be a press conference at E3. Will this change the complexion of the announcement or the reveal, or how it is? We're not sure, but this is why I do want to sort of get this out there and tell you guys, because it could mean anything really. It could mean all sorts of different things, or it's just that they feel like they don't need to go to E3. I would be surprised that companies do feel that way, because I think E3 is still massively important. As you can see here, all of these companies do as well. All of these big companies. And they're just the ones that are having their individual press conferences. There'll be other big developers that are within those press conferences, like CG Project Red and Activision, etc. We'll see how this one plays out, but expecting a few changes, and there'll be more coverage of E3, both of PES and FIFA, etc. in the coming week. So do please be sure to subscribe to the channel and keep an eye out for all these E3 coverage videos. We'll be talking about what this could mean as more things are revealed. I'm going to leave a link to all the articles in this in the description, so you guys can check it out for yourself, and we'll see whether or not it is a big deal or not in the coming weeks. But for now, we are going to round it off there. So if you enjoyed this video, just a quick announcement really, then do be sure to leave a like, and as I say, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter using the Twitter handle at Bromo018. The link for that is in the description, and we can go into discussion, more detail. I do reply to everyone, get into conversations with everyone, so do hit me up on that. And on that note, we are going to round it off there. So I'm Bromo18, and I will see you soon.